Yo, what is good, people? I go by the name of Beezy and welcome back to the channel, man. If you guys have been enjoying the content on the channel, make sure you guys are smashing the like button on the videos, okay? If you guys are not part of the Discord and you're not following me on the social media, make sure you check all those out. The links to those are in the description below, okay? Now, with that being said, obviously, since I took down Kang, I've kind of made it a point of wanting to focus on Act 7 exploration, okay? Now, where I was in Act 7, I was at a point where like I had only 100% completed at 7.1. okay, everything else after 7.1 I've only done one path of, okay? So that's very key, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I thought I was gonna have enough energy to run through Act 7, yeah, and it got to like Monday, bro, and I was like, brother, we're not even finished 7.2 yet, like it's a bit mad. So I very much heavily underestimated how much energy it was going to take to fully explore Act 7, okay? So baby steps, okay? But now we have completed Act 7.2, which is good progress, okay? Now, one of the key things here that I want to talk about, okay, because for me, like obviously as you guys can see now, I have Herc added to the roster, and I also have a bunch of other champions, but Herc was so key in this, man, and let me explain as well, because when I first started exploring this and I first fought Gwenpool, my Herc wasn't awakened. Okay, I was holding back the awakening gem. Shout out to a lot of you guys that saw my reward video opening for 7.4 completion, and a lot of you in the comments was like, yo bro, I used that awakening gem, bro, and I always said I would hold out on using the gem until I felt like I needed to. Bro, when I fought Gwenmaster for the first time, like when I was going back to do exploration, when I fought her for the first time, I was like, nah man, we need some silver stars on this Hercules right now, bro. You get me? Like, I had to be done. So I kind of want to, obviously I'm showing you guys because I didn't get any solos, but I had 2 or 3 runs where I didn't need to use revives, okay? Yeah, the team put in enough work where we didn't have to use revives, and that's all I can ask for. You understand? I don't really care about getting, obviously solos are nice, but I know I'm not that much of a great player at the game, so I don't care about getting solos, okay? What I do care about is minimizing my item use as much as possible, and what I personally found easy was using a champion to get kind of through the first phase or 2 with Gwenmaster, so that like I could bring in Hercules past like the skill stage, because that skill stage, it's not necessarily difficult, to be honest with you. It isn't difficult, but I just found it easier to know once I come in with Herc, in that when Gwenmaster's in her invisibility stage, I was all right. I could deal with the fight from that point onwards. Before, my skill level is a bit too sloppy for me to kind of have faith in my skills to be able to like fully do the fight with Hercules, okay? It 100% can be done. I just wasn't confident within my own skill level to attempt it, okay? Actually, that's a lie. I did attempt it once and I got smoked. So yeah, that's why I thought, okay, let me bring in another champion, because we do get to change before you reach the boss. You do get 2 opportunities to bring in 2 new champions into your roster, and swap them out with 2 members that you clear the lane with, okay? Now what I done was just made sure that one of them was like either a Nick Fury or Professor X, 2 champs that I kind of tend to use here. I tried something different. I actually bought Black Panther in on this because of his synergy with Hercules. That makes Hercules' specials unblockable. I wasn't at all planning to actually use Black Panther, but you guys are gonna see here I go in for a run. In my opinion, I had a bit of a crappy run with Dr. Doom. And now also bear in mind, I was doing this exploration like for hours. Yeah, I was making, by the time I got to this fight, I was making so many silly mistakes, because at this point I had just been playing the game for non-stop for hours, trying to get as much completed as possible. You know, obviously it was bank holiday on Monday, so I knew I had to go back to work on Tuesday, and I wanted to like clear as much of Act 7 as I possibly could before I went back to work, okay? So yeah, I definitely should have taken a break, because I could feel the sloppiness. I could feel myself dying at times where I shouldn't have died and whatnot, but it is what it is. It's done now, okay? One of the things that I found helped me the most, so ideally, like when you look at the way that I tackle content, okay, I would normally do my completion runs, okay, and if my roster, like I'll give you a perfect example, okay, I don't have a Ultron or you know or Odin, let's say for argument's sake, two people that you know are very useful for the Superior Kang final boss fight in Act 7.4.6. okay, now I've done my completion run just to get him down for the first time once. Now my plan is to go back, complete other parts of the game, save up my shards and whatnot, and then open crystals in the hope that by the time I'm ready to explore that boss, I have the better champs in my roster to be able to do so with minimal item usage. Okay, now it doesn't mean that because I'm gonna get certain champs I'm gonna get solos, or I'm not gonna use no items at all. But in my first run, I believe I used about 5 to 6 revives, I think, on that boss fight. Now if I can explore that only using 1 or 2 per run, that's straight away I've reduced the amount of items that I've used to explore the boss. So this is my aim all the time when I'm doing content. If I don't have the right champions, which 90% of the time I don't have the ideal champions to take on these bosses when they are released, I will normally do a completion run just to get that out of the way, and then I'll work on other aspects of the game that will allow my account to grow until I get the better counters to the champions, so that I can obviously, it's going to cost me less resources. Okay, and this is a wonderful example of that, because when I first done this Gwenmaster fight, sorry, oh my word, Lord knows I didn't want to jump back in here. I did not want to jump. I was like, yo, hi Gwenmaster, bye Gwenmaster. Like, yeah, we're not going in there for a while. So which is why after 7.1 I only literally done one path. Like, I've done one path on each part of each chapter, up until obviously 7.4.6. okay, so obviously when I went back into here, I've had to explore everything in 7.2. okay, now I love, yo, Black Panther was putting in some work there, I can't even lie, man. But obviously, so here I've now been able to come back and fight Gwenmaster with, like, you know, new champions added to my roster, that maybe wasn't even available at the time that Gwenmaster was actually released as a boss in the game. You know, because I'm sure Hercules wasn't available, but you know, having someone like Hercules on the roster is definitely, you know, it definitely saves your resources, man. So, you know, looking at it from a perspective of me, I know some people would like to rush and just obviously get through the content as much as possible. You know, for me, I'd rather not complete the content yet and line up my roster accordingly in order to save me resources than just like unit man my whole way through it. Do you know what I mean? That's just me personally. Some people rush for the rewards. You know, whatever way suits you, like obviously you do what suits you. Do you know what I mean? But for me, one thing I found that was very helpful when I came to exploring this is my first path and my first encounter that I done with Gwenmaster, I recorded it. Okay, and this is the reason why I guess, like, it's a lot more difficult when doing these things on stream, okay? Because what happened was I recorded my first fight going back into exploration, okay? And for 20 minutes, I rewatched the fight. I was looking at the mechanics of the fight, I was looking at the phases, I was studying everything, so that I didn't have to keep pausing it mid-fight to look at what was going on. Oh shit, okay, she's in a cosmic phase now. Oh, what have I got to do now? So I didn't want to have to do that. I wanted to just jump into the fight, and I know exactly what's going to happen, when it's going to happen in the middle. I know exactly what I need to do and when I need to do it, okay? Because this is one thing that I really normally struggle with. If there's too much happening in the fight at once, I struggle to focus. Do you know what I mean? So I decided to like just screen record my first fight when I was going back in for exploration and just study it. Just study it. What do I need to do? Okay, why did I die here? Okay, because I didn't do this. Okay, next time I'm gonna do that. Okay, what? And I was just I watched the video about 3 times. Okay, now after that, your boy went in, man. Your boy went in. After that, I was like, cool, let's awaken Hercules, because it was at a point where I was like, okay, I died there, but if I had him awakened, yo, I could have done an extra, you know, I could have done an extra damage. Shoot, if I had him awakened, maybe we could have killed Gwenmaster. And like, you know, this is the perfect example of just like waiting until the right time where your account is ready. I keep telling people, you don't need to rush to do content. The rewards are nice, but in content like this, the rewards are here forever. So, you know, don't struggle through the pain. And like, you know, it's not like an eternity of pain where you only have like a week to beat a specific boss. And if you don't beat the boss for that week, you lose out on the points. And then, you know, when it comes to like end reward day, you're sitting there thinking, oh, I'm 2 points short. Oh, if only I had attempted to kill the boss. You know, it's not like that with this. With this, it's literally you like go, you play what content. Obviously, you kind of prepare for the content accordingly, and then you take it on when you feel like you're ready. Do you know what I mean? Whether that be when you're ready at a skill level, at the right skill level to do it, or when your roster is ready, when you feel like you have the right chance for it. You know, for me, obviously I use 7.4.6 Kang as an example because I don't have an Ultron. Ultron's really good for it. Human Torch is really good for it, but he's not great for all the stages because, you know, with the Odin synergy, if you apply the pre-fight to Human Torch, it kind of solves that gap. It fills that gap, do you know what I mean? But I don't have Odin. So, you know, which is a reason why I was heavily considering buying him for the 750 units. And, you know, that's still an option, actually. I still have 24 hours at the time that I'm recording this video to actually still do that. I don't think I'm going to, but, you know, I still have the option. Now, I've left this clip in. The reason why I left this clip in the video, okay, is because this is the reason why I awakened Hercules, and I wanted to showcase this, okay, because before I was just dying and I was just like, oh, and I thought, what would happen? What difference would it make if I actually awaken Hercules, okay? And this is the reason why I've kept this takedown, this clip in this video, okay? So after you see this clip, obviously we will go ahead and just, obviously you'll see the rewards that I got from 7.2 100% exploration, and we will open the 6-star Nexus Crystal, okay? So as you can see here, we are kind of wrapping up the mystic phase, okay? And obviously I'm trying my hardest not to kind of play too recklessly, and still, so that, like, you know, if need be, when it comes in clutch, I can rely on you know, the immortality part where we can hopefully just get clutch and finish the match off there. But there was a few things happening that I weren't too familiar with, I can't lie to you, because when Gwenmaster grew, I was like, brother, why is she so tall? I was like, why is she so big? It threw me off because you can see, like, when I was like, yo, what's going on here? Why is she so big, bro? I thought, yo, is there a part of her abilities that I forgot to read, bro? Because I don't remember reading that she was gonna get big and tall, bro. I was like, what's going on here? So obviously I was trying to kind of still somewhat be in control of the fight, trying not to obviously push to the SP2, because I don't think that she gets to SP2 if I push her to it, because I believe it stays grayed out like this. But I swear I've had times where I've been hit by, oh no, it's when the timer goes down, that's what it is. Because I was thinking, like, I've had times where she's got her SP2 and it's not because I've completed a phase and she's killed me with it. So I was thinking, like, when does that happen? But as you can see, we got clutch there. It was proper clutch there because you know, we just about completed the phase, which was amazing. Excuse my cat, she wants to go outside. So in a minute, Baba, give me 2 seconds, okay? Yeah, so like it got to a point where literally, as you can see, we're immortal here, and literally all it takes now, if we get hit once, we are dead. Yeah, and with the last hit, yo, and as you can see, if my Hercules wasn't awakened, we would have been dead. We would have been dead already. So that the ability came in so clutch there. I'm so happy that I awakened him with the awakening gem, because that is a classic example of what would have happened if, and extra resources that we would have used if we didn't have an awakened Hercules. Okay, so I'm really happy with that. But anyway, here we get onto rewards. Okay, I went with tech because I can see myself ranking rank 3 in Warlock, and obviously, like I said, I'm searching for Ultron. If we do get Ultron, I do want to be able to take him straight up to rank 3. So therefore I'm kind of like trying to, you know, like kind of see if I can complete another tier 5 class catalyst with the and there you go, there we do it with the fragments that we get, and there we've just created one. Okay, so but anyway, that's that for now. We're gonna open the 6-star Nexus crystal. Here I'm just hoping for any new champion. Like I said, the #1 champ I'm searching for is Ultron, and here we just recently duped King Groot. Otherwise I would have taken probably King Groot, but here we managed to get Hitmonkey and Sentinel. I went with Hitmonkey because I really like Hitmonkey. I've really wanted him as a 6-star, and we finally have him, man. Now we finally added 6-star Hitmonkey to the roster, man. But anyway, that's gonna be it for the video, guys, man. I hope you guys really enjoyed. I'm really happy with my rewards. Thank you guys for watching, man. Take care. Peace.